Okay, yeah, I was streaming on Twitch, but I wasn't streaming on YouTube. It was turned
Oh,
off.
I
This
gotta
happened when
save.
I was doing other stuff too. Damn it! It's not supposed
Gotta
to be
save this guy.
backlog either. Stream information. So I want to get to where this stuff works, streaming and recording and all that, no matter what I do. Drag. That was like all this time of talking that we just totally, I didn't get backed up on the YouTube.
Oh no. You lost all my wisdom and jokes. Oh man.
Yeah,
That's my best material right there.
We
You
were
lost
talking
it all.
about Dragon Quest while I was playing Dragon Quest, and now it's all right. Well, anyway, to start over, or not to start over, but from what we were saying, like, so I guess they're gonna do Dragon Quest 1 and 2 in the same style.
Yes, that's being made. It'll be released. I think it's like Q2 next year.
The only problem I had with getting this is I didn't get a physical copy of it. I was thinking about the Switch version, but the Switch version doesn't look as pretty.
No, it really doesn't.
I was thinking about get the PS5 version, but I was like, well, then it would be a physical version, and I would want to, play it in more than one place. But if I bought a physical Xbox version, I can only play it on the Xbox. I had to buy it digitally to be able to play it on PC.
Yeah,
so I went
ahead
and bought it digitally, just like I have Dragon Quest 11 digitally. Maybe if a physical copy, I don't know. Maybe if the Switch 2 comes out and it really makes the game look better, like as good as one of these versions, I'll get it cheap through our connection.
Yeah. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'm in the India area.
Yeah, because this is Earth, right?
Pretty much.
Aliahan though is a continent that doesn't exist, but
right. It's like Atlantis or something.
Yeah, and all the country names are pretty close to whatever it is, because don't you isn't there even in America that they have just colonized it or whatever?
Yeah, I haven't colonized it. Yeah. And then I think there's whatever Barmos's place is at.
Yeah. And then, of course, you go to Dragon Quest World.
Yeah, I think this is the first one to have, themed areas. Because then after that, all the rest of the games seem to have, geography-based, towns. Standard, they have all the accents or whatever.
Yeah.
At least in the localization.
They didn't do that on the NES games. I didn't notice it until I think the localizations, maybe it was 7, is when they basically made it to where every single area had there was one place where they speak like they're from France, and there's one place where they speak like they're from Russia, and there's one place all that. Because I noticed it in the DS remake of 4 that they all talk different in each place. And then of course they do in 11. They all talk with specific real world accents in different spots.
I think what happened is the localization, because this was that spur of the thing that we were talking about, that them changing the church symbols.
Yeah.
Because that was the localization team changed in 2004 or something. Whenever DQ8 came out, they did a much better job of localizing things.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, the dialogue in 8's good. Everything else in 8 is great. And it's funny because Jason was like, "Oh, should I try this or this?" And DQ11's fine. It's pretty much just kind of a rehash of 8.
But I really liked 11. 11 actually reminded me a lot of Final Fantasy X. It was kind of the same battle system, and kind of the same, just the way it all worked reminded me a lot of Final Fantasy X.
And 8 was 11 is very similar to 8 in that regard. In fact, it reuses a lot of the music, reuses a lot of things like that, and it's I remember going through 8 was just it was such a different experience. Like Dragon Quest 8 was what Final Fantasy 7 was to Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
That's what DQ was.
Yeah,
and so
I remember I had the demo of it. I had
cool.
the demo that came with Final Fantasy 12, I guess, or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I played the demo, and then I just never bought the game for PlayStation 2. And then I ended up buying it off like eBay like a couple of years ago. I got the PS2 version. And then do I have? No, I don't think I have the DS version. I have the DS version of 7, but I don't think I have the DS version of 8. Oh, man.
Yeah, 8 is great.
Yeah, I started that on my PS2 on my CRT TV. I still need.
I mean, the characters, the NPCs are just as good. I think the overall story is a little bit better done, and the ending is more. I mean, because the DLC / expansion for DQ11 does a lot for it, because the original ending to DQ11 is kind of just it's okay, it's good, but it's not like. So in like DQ8, like if you have to go through the post game, which is in the regular game, to get like the good ending, but you get a good ending. Like it's well worth it. But it's hard. Yeah. Like you get to a point where like you can kind of progress through the regular game in DQ8 without doing too much grinding.
Yeah.
But then that post game is like, you're going to be level 90, or you're going to be having lots of trauma and problems, pretty much. Oh, I'm probably going to die if I don't change this. Oh, that's a thing. And the little secret areas in DQ3. Man, I love this. But have you played Octopath Traveler?
Yeah, I got like 2 or 3 characters, and then I just fell off and stopped playing it.
The second one is far better.
Yeah, I have it on Switch. I bought it on Switch, but then both Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2, I think, are on Game Pass, right?
They are.
So I can just play them on this.
Yeah, get 2. That's definitely more well done in terms of like pacing and things like that, and it doesn't feel as clunky with the character switches.
Yeah.
And so you can finish stuff in short order, and it's so good, and the soundtrack to it is just amazing. But anyway, as I was saying, is that the same team that it definitely looks like the same team that at Octopath Traveler had a hand, at least, or some of the tech is used in this DQ3.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much that just screams, oh, this is Octopath Traveler, because everything looks, same-ish with the way they just design and do lighting and whatever.
They need to do a Final Fantasy VI remake that's all like this. Come on.
Oh, man. And then, Octopath Traveler 2 gets, even Octopath Traveler 1, they get pretty dark. Like, it's funny because in Octopath Traveler 1, you're like, oh, they have like a dancer? Oh my gosh, this is going to be like a stupid thing. And it's like, no, this is the darkest, or one of the darkest stories. Yeah. So.
Yeah,
oh shoot, I gotta zoom.
So yeah, I figure if I start with this one, and then I guess I'll do 1 and 2, and then I don't know how I would do 4. I could do it on an emulator, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, or I could just play I mean, was I at Tulun? Or I guess because it was Tulun in the original version of 4, and they said his name's actually Tornico Tulun. So
yeah, it was. Yeah, there's a whole list of changes there, because his name was Torneco, and then in the Japanese version it was Tulun, in the English version, and then they just. Another one they just combined the names.
Yeah, and then he had his own game, multiple of his own games, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was one of the coolest parts about Dragon Quest IV, just that character and the stuff that he would do.
He do random stuff.
I thought he was almost like, because they always have the fool class or whatever. He was kind of like that, but he's also, of course, a merchant class. But
Yeah, so you can damage people with money, kind of a thing, or whatever.
Yeah, and then
but is the thing I like about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was just using him in 4 whenever you were the hero. He would just do some of the most random stuff. Sometimes he would call the guild or whatever, and they would attack for you, and they would hit like really hard for like multiple attacks and stuff, and then but sometimes he would just strip and fall, but yeah, it was. I really liked him. And then I thought it was cool that you have the dragon in your party in 4.
Oh yeah.
So like you get some pretty cool party members in 4.
Oh yeah, like when you had what was this? It wasn't Ryan, or it was Ragnar, and they had like Healy, the little heel slime.
Yeah. And I think
thought that was cool.
I think in the new version of 4, or in the DS version of 4, you can have Healy in your party at the end. Because originally in the original game, Healy was only in the first chapter, whenever you were Ragnar, and then and you never saw her or whatever it was again. But I think they made it a playable character in the 5th chapter or whatever, and then they added a 6th chapter where you get to play as Sero, and he joins your party.
Oh man.
And I guess they've expanded on his story since the original game, because originally, he was just ended up being the final boss, Necro Sorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
But
well, they did in Dragon Quest Monsters, the recent one.
Yeah, you're him,
Switch.
Right?
It's him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's become kind of like the Sephiroth of Dragon Quest. And I remember, of course, when we were kids, hearing about, of course, all the 5 and 6 coming out, and thinking that we were going to get it on the Super Nintendo, and we never did.
Yeah, never did, and they always show Nintendo Power we're hopeful this will happen.
Yeah.
And then it never does.
Yeah, and then of course whenever we got all the ROMs and somebody translated, I was like, oh god, I can finally play 5. I remember Josiah playing 5 a lot, or showing me 5. But yeah, I never went through. I just completely fell off Dragon Quest. After the NES, really, I didn't play hardly anything else. All those years.
So you just switched to FF.
Yeah, I always played the Final Fantasy when they came out until 13, and then we played it for 8 hours one day, and we're like, this sucks. Never played it again.
Yeah, 13 was... I beat 13, but I think I beat it really out of spite.
Yeah.
Or really, I think I was just so... I was kind of put out with some of the characters, because it was like... it was very weird, the whole... it was just a kind of a weird way of...
Yeah.
It was like a different formula. And for some reason it didn't hit.
Yeah.
And then it was very linear.
All just, it was just completely linear, and it was all about just going from fight to fight to fight. And there was there wasn't even towns or anything, It was all just follow the story from fight to fight to fight, And a lot of people like the system, the switching your whatever from all your different styles or whatever. A lot of people like it, but I was just like, this is what they did for Final Fantasy. There's no, and then of course now it was 16. You're like, this is just like a glorified Devil May Cry open world game. But
15 would have been good if they
finished it.
Didn't put Nomura in it. Don't have him at the helm.
It's just. I remember playing through it and being like, man, this is 60% of what would be an awesome game. It's just. And then, of course, they had all those little DLCs that added a little bit more. But I was like, this game needed a lot more work.
It's so disjointed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like there's a good story here, and it's told poorly.
Yeah, right.
And, the interactions were great.
Yeah.
Because I was
I was telling
people,
dudes.
if you want to write, a group of guys together, play this game.
Yeah, right.
Because that's how guys behave. It's just like, there you go, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there were some things I liked about 15, but I mean, and I beat it at least, but I was like, man, this could have been so much better. But yeah, then 16 comes out, and it's like, again, it's one that's fun for like playing the story and the fighting, but I'm just like, man, it was so locked down.
Hold on a second. Yeah. I was thinking about getting Zodiac Age on my Xbox, because it's, you know, one of the more recent, well fleshed out 3D. Well, I say more recent. It's like what, almost 20 years old now.
Sorry, which one?
12.
Oh yeah. And, yeah. Hang on a second. I'm gonna get up and grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Problem. Was that an item? Oh, it is.
Okay, I'm back.
Awesome.
So yeah,
I was looking up the
12, so you were saying
stat
12.
growth stuff.
Oh, right. So yeah, you were saying You know,
Hungry.
I actually like 12. I liked it a lot, actually. I kind of almost 100%. I don't think I got all of the, what were they called? Eidolons or, no, they called them Espers in 12, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they did. They did.
Yeah.
Espers are Eidolons. Yeah.
But yeah, I played through that. And then of course I played 14 for like a couple of days. But yeah, just like at some point I need to get back and just go through all these Dragon Quests. But they keep releasing newer versions that have more neat stuff, so I put it
off. Right? They know how to milk us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking up all the stat growth stuff because that was something introduced in the Super Nintendo one as well.
Yeah.
And so like your personality type.
Yeah. When they asked she asked you questions at the beginning.
Yeah. And so I'm looking at like, okay, hold on. Wait, which ranking system? Yeah, so I was looking at these, and I was like, okay, yeah, I've got. It sounds like this is a thing you want to have is Paragon. I looked through and I was like, no, Paragon's one of the worst ones. I was like, shoot, I changed my whole thing for this. Hold on. And then there's a couple other there's some really good ones, like Vamp is apparently really good.
Yeah.
And then you can get up to like, was it 255 or 225, 255 for the max stat value for anything. Ironclad's good.
Dang, you don't hardly make money in this game.
No, it's like the merchants are there for that.
Yeah.
Idealist. That's what I had. Wait, hold on. Let me just change the name so it's alphabetical. Cool. Yeah, Daydreamer is what I had. Oh, DD. So, sorry about that. Yeah, I was looking at personality types for this, and one of the.
How do you see your personality type? Was it set?
And the personality growths, it should be under miscellaneous status or whatever it is. Just say that, what they are. Or hold on, let me do that.
Oh yeah, okay.
There
so
you go.
My personality is
Idealist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for one of the good ones is Vamp, like in the Super Nintendo version, or Super Famicom version, they had personalities that were general personalities, then the personalities that were like, you know, male only, female only personalities you could have, and Vamp was a female only one.
Okay.
So, yeah, you get that, and it's like, oh, this is the best stat generation. I mean, there's some that have like single stats that are really good. Like Lucky Devil has like the best luck you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can get it for your your main character.
Yeah.
Your hero, depending on what you do with your quiz.
This was the first. Oh, secret spot. This was the first game that had the world tree, I think.
I'm glad they kept the personality quiz in there and all the events. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I know there was more kind of reward for it in the Super Famicom version, but at the same time, it was just it's a cool little extra.
Yeah. Nice, I got something good. This is cool. They give you this is cool. You get little things in certain spots.
Get my Daydreamer back again. Silly. Because like you can equip. So the deal with having like a primary and a secondary accessory too, is that if you have like an accessory that'll change your personality, you can equip it in the secondary slot and it won't change your personality.
Yeah, right.
I think it does the same thing for curse stuff. If you put it in primary, the curse is there. You get bigger. You get all the benefit, but you get the curse. But the secondary one, it's like not as powerful with stuff.
Dude, Jif finally did it. They finally made a chocolate peanut butter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I had to buy some today, and I put it on rice cake with sliced up bananas on top. It's pretty good.
Okay.
There's a problem with my couch podcasting setup. So I have to be right at the microphone with my headphones on, or else I don't know what's going on because it all comes through. I guess I could set it to where I got the audio came through my computer, but
that's pretty good right there. Slippery Devil. That's a pretty good one. It's better than what I have, I think. Oh. Yeah, that is better than what I have. Yeah, let's do that. Oop. think I'm gonna switch these. There. All right, cool. And it feels like I'm either under-leveled or under-geared right now.
Yeah. And my thief keeps dying.
Oh, do you have any gear on them?
Yeah, he's got, I don't know, like Wayfarer's clothes or whatever.
I think I always just kind of grind around Eliahan until like level 3 or 4. And then kind of make my way.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. I went to the town above it, and now I just ran into a bunch of stuff that has a heal slime, so it keeps healing stuff.
Oh, those battles. Yeah, that sucks. I hate those. Oh, lovely. Alright. I like how you can use your monster wrangler to check if there's monsters around.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll tell you if the time is right or not. But what's funny is that sometimes you need some items to actually get to them.
Yeah.
You know, like late game things or mid game things, so they'll be there. You just have to backtrack a lot to get them. Yeah, the monsters are animated really well too.
Yeah.
So that also reminds me of Octopath Traveler as well.
Yeah, Octopath Traveler's enemies look like Final Fantasy VI enemies, though. Battle screens.
Yeah, but they'll move around and do things sometimes too. So it's not like they're all just like there, but it's like imagine the Final Fantasy VI stuff, but they move around.
Yeah.
I just said that like a couple of movements they'll do.
I still want to try and sit down and play all the way through Brave New World. The Final Fantasy VI ROM hack. That basically just turns it into... It's almost like, you know, if they'd have had like 2 or 3 more years to just work on 6 before they released it, it's almost like that kind of version of the game.
I'll have to look and see, because I don't know if I played that version or not.
Where's the church here? Is there not a church person I can use to...
Oh, do you have like the Zim spell? You can use that too.
Oh yeah. Or a Chimera wing. Oh, there's the church.
Oh no, I was thinking about not Zoom. Zim or Zen is like one you use like in battle. It's like it has a low chance of reviving somebody with 1 HP. It's like a low cost revival spell they put in the game because you know you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's not a church there. You don't want to drag everybody around. But it's whenever you're out of battle, it's a surefire revive, but at 1 HP. So.
God, I have like no money.
Yeah, struggle is real. Hey, look, found money. I mean, I think you just find somewhere with, like, you know, a goodie bag or a bag of laughs. And that'll get you more money. Because the golden enemies don't pop up until later on in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Canabox, of course. Holy crap. How strong they hit for. There we go. Yes, he survives, so he levels up, of course. Oh, it's still random if you if you use it out of battle too. I'm just sitting there spamming this spell, it's not working.
He's got 113 gold coins. Yay.
Woo! Not as poor. So I, of course, named all my characters after my 3 sons.
Oh, yeah.
So my oldest is like, did you make me a thief or a ninja? I'm like, you're a thief. And he's like, yes. Do you mean look like ninja? Yes. I'm like, yes, all you do is you steal things from people at the end of the battle. So it's been stole something.
Yeah.
And my youngest has been on Monster Hunter like crazy recently.
So is there a new one?
A new one, yeah. Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out. It is gonna be good.
Yeah, I never got into I think Monster Hunter is one of those. I'm
You
like, you know what? I'm just never gonna play.
Try. You should try with Wilds. I think you would have a good time with it.
I just, I mean, yeah, it's just like an open world game where you basically go fight, kill certain monsters and do.
And this one's, it's more like an area instance-based thing. So you have like a hub.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you go through, you kill like these like big fights.
Yeah.
So like, there's little monsters you kill here and there. They're just kind of side things. They're like other materials you can get. The big thing is stalking and hunting the big monsters. So like, there's a whole like, oh, I would say there's a whole ecosystem with stuff. There is more so now for real within Wilds, but in the previous games, especially the more recent ones, like there's typically like 3 monsters to a map max, and of the big ones,
yeah.
And they'll have little territory disputes, so they'll fight each other too. And the recent one for Switch, you could ride them and use them to attack the other monsters. So, but for like only a little bit. You can't do that forever. And that was a really fun game. So I guess the way they develop the Monster Hunter games now is they make like there's like a main console, like a console-based version, and then the next one's like a portable version.
Yeah.
So they'll do like the last one they had for. Oh, it wasn't out on just Xbox, but I think it was out on Xbox and PlayStation at the same time. But it was Wilds, Monster Hunter Wilds, and then they moved to PC with that, and it got really huge there. So now all the releases are on. Like Capcom is like, we're releasing on PC day one too. You're not doing this baloney where it's like someone gets it first. There's no exclusives, except for like random, cosmetic content kind of a thing. Or else it's like you get to access it 2 days earlier. They'll do like an early release.
Yeah.
But anyway, no. So they do a console-based one. Then they do a handheld one. So all the handheld ones now are all Switch. because that's what it was. But it used to be like, Vita, PSP, and then they did. Actually, I'd say Try kind of felt the same way Monster Hunter Try did, but no. So, Monster Hunter World, was it World? World, yeah, World was the one I was thinking of. So World was the big one.
Yeah, I remember Monster Hunter World. I think Josh played that, and I watched him play it, and I was like, okay, it's just one of those. It's like a monster hunting game, right?
Mm-hmm. It's fun. Like you get to it. There's a broad community. Like you're joining in with people. It's Capcom, so it's all sorts of, everything's flavored well with the player in mind. There's lots of little things to engage with and downtime activities.
Yeah.
So that really helps, progress everything a lot. And then there's, urgent quests that pop up, and it's all meant to. You can play it offline, but there's lots of stuff to do online too. But online, it's like, there's 4 people to a hub.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get too big, and then people can join your quests as you need help, things like that. And the console ones are pretty much like always online.
Yeah.
Now, but you can still play them offline, and now even more so because typically you go through a quest and it can be hard to solo monsters.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with stuff, so now you get with these quests, you can get the NPCs to help you offline. So people that you meet, not just like random things, actual characters in the story will help you out. But otherwise, yeah, because you're gonna make like either a local lobby or an online lobby. And this one in Wilds, it is more open world, kind of what you're saying. Because before it was like, you go to a jungle, you go to like a snowy mountainous place, you go to like some lava cavern place, you go to the beach. There's little areas for each thing, and they have their own little endemic life, and you can follow that around, and then all the rest of it is just fighting big monsters and making weapons and armor out of stuff, and just a progression that way. But it is fun. They got the action of it nailed down totally.
Josiah said my Twitch stuff doesn't work right. Let's see. Actually, let me pull up my stream. I've been having problems with Twitch. It won't. It'll show just a black screen or whatever. But it should be. I mean, it should be coming out through OBS. Right? Restream, or I restream from OBS. Let me go to Twitch.
Yeah, I do like that in this version of DQ3, and you choose like fight wisely, or the tactics for your party. Like the AI is pretty good about choosing what to use.
Yeah.
And like on the fly, like, if your character takes a big hit, it's not like your commands are set and that's it. Like the AI will change what they're doing to heal.
Yeah, well, so it's working, but whenever I go to, like, the preview has the game showing, but whenever I expand it out, it's black. It's a black screen, and I've had that problem before. I feel like I don't know how to troubleshoot that at all. But wow. I'm also streaming to the YouTube channel, so.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not recording on this PC because I ran out of room because of all my other video recordings from other streams that I've done. So I need to go in and delete some of those, which I have them backed up. I just keep thinking, oh, what if I didn't back them up right? We go to, let's see, backup, videos, recordings. Yeah. I can hear your game through.
It's probably mine.
Through your mic now. It's Dragon Quest like everywhere. It's everywhere. Dragon Quest today.
It's in stereo.
We're all just playing it. It might be 26506. View by details. 6. Damn it. 517. 517, 1930. Okay. 13. Yeah, I've got all these backed up. I can delete some of these. So many files. So I can start recording stuff again. I should go upstairs and start streaming from my PC upstairs and see if I still have the same problem with Twitch. Yeah, I remember, the first continent, you basically just have to go and do the thing in the tower. And then I think you get off the continent and you can go to other places, right?
Yeah, you gotta get the...
Thief's Key.
Yeah, Thieves' Key, and yeah, then you go. That's it.
Oh, I set the battles to ultra fast. This is way better.
Yeah. There it is. Found the monster. I guess it's not enough to get the bonus. Well, that was easy enough. Oh yeah, just under geared. There we go. And my son keeps stealing herbs.
So does the thief just automatically steal, or what?
Yeah, it's at random.
Okay, I haven't seen my guy steal anything yet.
Yeah, it's at the end of the battle. You can see it here and there. It gets, as their luck increases, they'll steal more.
It's again downstairs.
Yeah, this is really making me want to get Octopath Traveler, but on Xbox now.
Yeah, I should just install them. Install both of them.
Because it's just, after having them on Switch, there's so much slowdown on Switch. There's some things where I'm like, man, this looks so much better. There's definitely more FPS here.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want the Switch version, because Jason said that his was a little murky.
Yeah. This is really clear.
Yeah, this looks. That was the thing, is I wanted it to be as pretty as possible on my TV and computer.
Yeah, it's the only gripe I have about some of the console games is that they'll still be geared for like display on a PC monitor, and they'll be like the text is like so tiny.
Yeah.
I'm like, surely I can't be that old yet, but maybe I am.
Dude, yeah, I'm starting to like have problems seeing really small type and print on my phone or on my I was at a place downtown the other night, and they gave me a menu, and the type on the menu was really small, and I was having problems seeing it. I was like, oh my god, this is old people eyes.
Yeah, it's happening. No. Oh shoot.
I'm gonna have to get some readers.
Yeah, me too. Well, thank you for that, Jack. Thank you for the lovely burp into my ears.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, dang it, I burped.
It's so weird. I have no video, black video on Twitch stream. Let me see if I can let me Google that.
Oh, they just keep on summoning people. Ah. There, killed it. Good. Not cool enough for Josiah anymore.
Hardware.
He's unimpressed with your feed.
Browser extensions. I mean, this is all coming off of. It's all coming off OBS. This isn't coming off a browser. I don't know. Let me look at YouTube and see if it is showing up in YouTube. YouTube we usually have the stream video. Damn it, I'm signed into YouTube under a different Google account. God damn it.
There we go. Okay, gotta go this way then. Oh, there's a thing there. Oh, of course. Like I started playing the game too, and now I'm like, man, should I redo it now that I found a guide for where all the mini medals are?
Yeah.
Because I don't know which ones I got and which ones I don't have.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I've only got 16, so let's chill out. Like I started playing the game too, and now I'm like,
there we go. Now you're.
Should I redo it now that I found a guide for where all the mini medals are? Because I don't know which ones.
Yeah, the video is working on YouTube, but it's not working on Twitch. I'm gonna have to figure that out sometime, somehow.
Oof.
I was telling Josh about how we last Sunday I went and hung out with Chris he's on the Discord, but he didn't talk very much.
Mm-hmm.
At a brewery on the east side, and all the liberal women were just like wanting
beside
to,
themselves.
They were wanting to really just figure it out, but for them figuring it out means ignoring everything except for racism and sexism. So we had a fun time talking to a friend of his who I was like, I was like, I think that they they're taking this so hard because they all think they are Kamala Harris, and so and so it's like they take it personally whenever like people don't want her to be president or voted against her.
Yeah,
it's like she's so me. I'm like, I don't think you want to be that.
Yeah, I don't think you understand some of that too. Yeah, I mean, the thing is like people aren't looking back like, when she, I think somebody posted it, maybe it was you probably, that, she won so little at the primary vote.
She didn't win.
Last time.
She dropped out before Iowa.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I think she was running at least third, if not like fifth in California, her home state. I just knew there's no way she was ever going to be elected anything. And I was right.
Yeah, it's a bit different, Well, I should probably equip that helmet. Ooh, toasted.
I gotta figure out how to go up in this tower. I went to a place where I got a treasure chest, but...
You get an X for your map. Who else can equip a thing? Okay, he's got that. All right. Yeah, so my girlfriend's heading back from Prague tonight, kind of a thing.
Yeah. What doing some like zoo shit?
Nah, yeah. No, it was a trip we were gonna be going on. Her parents' friends have had a flat in Prague for like 20 years.
Wow.
And they're gonna sell it in like 2 years or so. So we're trying to get up there before they did it. And it just didn't work out this time because, complications with, my oldest here and there. He needed some help, so I was like, yeah, I can't go do that.
You better do all the traveling you can before, I don't know, fascism or something, right? Like before Trump does.
Yeah, right.
And,
yeah.
And then you can't go anywhere or something. I don't know.
Not gonna renew my passport, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, no. So I'm. Yeah, so she's been up there, and I was like, oh man, I really wanted to go because Prague's one of those cities that there's a ton of cultural history too, but there's some really odd things about it historically because there are all these. There was like a series of like defenestrations, like just throwing people outside of through windows, killing them that way, and that was they did that like several times. But there was like this one period where they did it once and they were like, oh, this really works, let's do that again.
Right.
And so they just kept doing it like, decades here and there. And they were big in the against the Protestant Reformation.
Yeah.
And they're also were in the Holy Roman Empire too, here and there, and they were a seat in it. So it's like all this change and things happened. So they would protest by throwing a governor out of a window.
Nice. Damn it.
And there's lots of stuff with composers and things there because there's an Italian opera company that operated out of there for some years. Then there was a lot of like the transcription of musical scores was done there. So they would transcribe all these scores and then, print them, publish them out.
Yeah.
So that's what they did way back when. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, we have a department in Prague, and I kept saying, "Hey, next time you need somebody to go to Prague, I want to go." And then,
Absolutely.
And then
man.
COVID hit, and then it all just shut down, and we did nothing.
Oh, it sucks. Oh, look. Another Onyx. Okay, cool. Pretty cool.
So I guess if you use poof and just make the guys disappear, then you don't get any gold or experience from them.
Right.
If you use that on your priest. But don't you lose gold whenever you run away?
You do.
Damn it.
You running away like crazy?
Just once I did.
Oh no, you lost all your money. Yeah, just kidding.
I guess I should have bought a Chimera.
This guy again.
I need to go back to the town and heal myself. God. I gotta go check the audio on my computer real quick. I'll be right back.
There you go. Oh, there's a lot of coins there for me. 1760 coins. Yes, please. Of course. There we go. Lost on him. Come on. Oof. I'm gonna head off here and make sure the kiddos are in bed and all that fun stuff.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, my... Oh, you left.